Hi students, I'm Mr. Khor. Today I'm discussing Perak paper 2, 2025 for biology, and we are looking at the structure question 1 to 8 for this session. All right. So if you are looking to download any trial papers from whichever year, log on to Educator, and if you are looking to join a biology class, okay, if you're interested in my programs, you can log on to spmbiology.com. All right. And if you want some last minute motivation or push, you can always log on to my YouTube to check out some motivational videos. Okay. Now let's start. So the very first question is to do with Form 4 Chapter 4. Form 4 Chapter 4. One look, you know this is something to do with lipid food class. So very simple. P is glycerol while Q is fatty acid, while Q is fatty acid. Guys, when it comes to function of lipid, right, I would normally recommend you to remember a few. You can see it stores energy, but do not say it produce energy because produce energy is carried out by carbohydrate, guys, not lipid. You can also say it acts as a layer. Oh, I can use this. Okay, wait. So I'll just write here, produce energy is not correct. Guys, another one that you can mention is it is to protect our internal organs. To protect our internal organs. Yeah, the problem is for Malaysians, our organs are too well protected due to our different types of food. They're overly protected, which is not a good thing. If you want one more answer, to act as heat insulator, no problem. To act as heat insulator. Okay. Next. There are two types of fat, saturated, unsaturated. Now, if you forgot, I always teach students to remember this way. Unsaturated, you remember the double bond here. So this is the one with the carbon-carbon double bond. Now, but the one that causes a lot of health issues, yang menyebabkan banyak masalah kesehatan, ialah lemak tepu. The saturated fat is the one that causes a lot of health problems. And understood, one of it is increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Sir, I wrote heart attack instead. No problem. You can write heart attack. If you write stroke, also do accept because it's the same category. Cardiovascular disease, heart attack, and stroke. Besides that, it raises cholesterol levels in the blood. Okay. And normally for increasing cholesterol levels, we say that it is in the form of low density lipoprotein. Okay, this is something that you should have learned in Form 4 Part 4. And this is a test, lipid test, in the presence of fat, whereby we use ethanol emulsion test, we will get a white emulsion or suspension, meaning a cloudy white substance. Yeah, normally in class when I say that, the boys get very excited. Guys, I got no idea why. All right, for question two. For question two, this is now because they are asking the kingdom, right? This is a simple question from Form 5 Chapter 8, but essentially the whole question is from Form 4 Bab 2. From Form 4 Bab 2. If you are a SPM 2025 candidate, please take note that this is quite important this year. This is quite important. Okay, I didn't say sure come out, it's important because I just did a seminar yesterday. I told the students, if you're looking just for tips, you're not looking to learn. Yeah, go and search somewhere else. I don't do tips. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Kwok, can you give me question 1 to question 11 tips? You go and find somewhere else. There are a lot of centers that do it. Yeah, I don't do it. I give a range. I give topics that are important, subtopics. I don't believe in tips. Yeah. Okay, anyway, coming back. So kingdom, right? Kingdom for paramecium is protista. Because in Form 5 Chapter 8, right, you learn the six kingdom system. The six kingdom system. Okay, next. Another organism is amoeba. Okay, students, if you write this, it's not so good because under binomial nomenclature system, you are supposed to underline. Kamu patut gariskan. Ya, kamu patut gariskan. Actually, you can write italic, but most students writing is already italic or don't look like italic, so it's a problem. Draw one star for number 3. Because chances are if they ask you one unicellular organism and they touch on paramecium, they will ask you how does cilia. J is cilia, by the way. So do I get marks for labeling? No. SPM don't give marks for labeling in structure unless they ask you to. But essay still got chance. I just stated in SBP 2025. Kalau anda labelkan, ya, kalau anda labelkan terdapat kebarangkalian 90%, anda boleh dapat markah. Satu markah. Ya, one mark. One mark. Okay, so the cilia beats rhythmically in order to. Now you can say help the food enter. This is what I think this is what the schema gave. Because sometimes I check the schema, I'll adjust to what I think is slightly better. To brush the food into the oral groove. Into the oral groove. To brush it in. To push it in. Okay. Both case structures were damaged due to exposure to a certain substance. Now, this is contractile vacuum. Dalam BM vacuum mengecut. Dalam BM vacuum mengecut, it is to do with osmoregulation. So if it is spoiled, osmoregulation cannot occur. Water, amount of water in the paramecium cannot be controlled. Okay, excess water cannot be expelled. Another answer is you can say excess water cannot be stored also. Yeah, because it's not functioning. So this is a very simple form of KBAT. Very simple form of KBAT. Question 3. Yeah, this is Form 5, Chapter 7. Okay, the different types of plants and their habitat. Now, they are asking for habitat of X, which is a halophyte. So I basically answered both things. It is a mangrove plant. So it lives in the mangrove swamp. The category is halophyte. Students always remember in Form 5, Bab 7, we study mesophyte. Okay, mesophyte, we study halophyte, we study xerophyte, we study hydrophyte. But the one that you don't need to know characteristics based on the syllabus is mesophyte. Yeah, mesophyte are plants that live in habitat with adequate water, mempunyai air yang mencukupi. Contohnya di Malaysia. You walk out of your house, the roadside is a mesophyte already. Or in your house, you got mesophyte. Your dad likes to plant, your dad has a big tree. That one tree is the mesophyte. Okay. X lives in a soft, silted, muddy soil. Silt, sometimes students don't quite get. Silt means very fine sand. Pasir halus. Pasir halus, yeah. Explain one adaptation of plant X. There are so many. Okay. But here, our focus is more on prop roots because of how it is. Because it comes out. Yeah, you can call it prop roots, you can call it stilt roots. The answer gave for support, which is not good. The better answer is for mechanical support. Whenever we deal with plants and we talk about support, the word mechanical must be there for support of plant X. Okay, habitat developed for a theme park. Explain the effect of development towards the fishery. Okay, this is a little bit of but more towards the common sense side of things. Now, the very first thing is that fish population will definitely drop because it's being sacrificed to build this theme park. Okay, and it affects the fishermen because their salary will decrease. Their salary will drop. Less fish to sell. Okay, that's quite sad. And from here, Guys, from here, notice 3 marks, right? You cannot give 2 points. You should give 1 more point. Probably you can say that, um, probably you can also say that overall the job opportunity decrease. Okay, overall the job opportunity decrease. Job opportunities decrease. Now, you see, if they never mention fishery sector, you may not be able to use this because constructing, I want you to imagine this. Let's say there's a fishing village. Okay, we clear it to build a theme park. Hey guys, to clear the village to build a theme park, semua ini memerlukan tenaga pekerja. It requires labor force for people to manage the machines, to clear the land, okay, building materials, okay, to build the place. So basically, you need a lot of workers. That is higher job opportunity. Tapi di sini mereka hanya merujuk kepada sektor perikanan. So it's still fine, no problem, no problem. Okay. Because I don't want you to confuse with, hey sir, but then building also need people. Yeah, you're right. But here we are talking about fisheries only. Okay, number 4. To SPM 2025 students, please take note that photosynthesis have not been asked for, I think, more than 5 years. The slightest thing that they touched on photosynthesis was just last year. I think 2024 they asked about how a certain factor affects the photosynthesis rate. That's all. That's all. Please take note. Yeah, it's a 2 stars, 3 stars for photosynthesis. I didn't say sure come out. I'm saying it's one of the 6 or 7 processes I'm predicting for Form 5. Guys, like I said earlier, I give a range. Yeah, and it's not difficult to study. It only takes a few hours to study the range of the list. Sorry, not range, the list of processes that I give lah. Yeah. Okay, state the structure of P and Q. P is stroma, Q is the granum. Q is the granum. Okay, the role of component P and Q. Sorry, 4.1. Shown in 4.1. Yeah, this one is mainly to absorb light for photosynthesis. Next, calculate the rate of photosynthesis when the light is exposed to orange light. Now, rate is what? The speed over time. Speed over time. Rate mah, rate. Very basic math. So the speed here is, guys, in 1 minute, dalam masa 1 minute, 20 gelembung udara yang telah dilepaskan oleh tumbuhan tersebut. In fact, this is 2024 paper 3 Amali. This came out beginning of, I think, January 2025. Or December. 总之 is 2024 paper 3 Amali. Okay, paper 3 Amali. Yeah. No, okay. Actually, 3 days ago, I did a simple research, and in my head, right, there's one Amali that I think can come out lah. Yeah, I haven't heard anyone saying yet. Then I shared with my class. Yeah, then later first lah. So speed over time, there are 20 bubbles. Okay, in 1 minute, so basically it's 20 over 1. You should get 20 per minute. Without unit is you lose 1 mark. You lose 1 mark without unit. Okay. Means for every 1 minute, it release 20 lah. Okay, draw 1 star for this. This is kind of a but you are expected to have tried such a question. When we talk about color, right? Okay, of course you can refer to this lah. Blue is the best, but just to share with you as well, there's something called the absorption spectrum in Form 6 because I teach STPM. Guys, I teach STPM also. I'm very proud I can teach STPM, but anyway, that's not the main point here. So you can see that blue is favored by the plants as far as color of light is concerned. So biru merupakan cahaya yang paling baik untuk diserap. Yeah. But here, because they ask you to explain, you have to use something from the table. Please take note. Please take note. So number of air bubbles released is the highest among all. Yeah, among all. Now, question 5, there's a banana leaf. Wait, how is this a banana leaf? Oh, the wrapper. Okay, the wrapper. The wrapper. Yeah, tempeh, correct, tempeh. So based on 5.1, state another food class other than carbohydrate. Definitely that's protein. Definitely that's protein. So because it's fermentation, guys, form 4, but 7. Rhizopus fungus, okay, so they already hinted you it's a fungus and then it's used for fermentation. How does rhizopus aid in making of tempeh? First of all, it produces protease to break down the protein. Okay, you can draw one star. You can draw one star. This is a question that you have to learn from the set itself. From I mean, you can. I think some books do have lah. Some books do have. But questions like this is always best to learn from the set itself, the question itself. Okay, number 3. Tempeh is wrapped tightly with a banana leaf. Now, this is important because it helps to supply oxygen to the fungus. Nothing different here. Okay, B. Oh, A and B. Okay, then yeah. So banana is eaten by A and B, taken by A and B before they carry out their respective activities. First of all is to compare individual A and B. This guy, which is individual B, is carrying out aerobic, but the other side is lactic acid fermentation. Okay, lactic acid fermentation. And guys, here 2 ATP, here 38. Function of banana. Now, carbohydrate produces energy, provides energy, while minerals are used for muscle contraction. Yeah. That's why I see a lot of sportsmen, sportswomen, can be during their training, can be during the tournament, can be halftime, they'll eat banana. And not because they really love banana, but it's a really good fruit to provide you instant energy. Okay. And many do not know that banana does give a feel-good feeling as well. Yeah, it stimulates a hormone that stimulates a feel-good feeling. So guys, take banana every day. Number 6. 6.1 shows the variation in hydrangea flowers when planted in different pH. So because it's a range below 6, 6 to 7, and then above 7, we are talking about continuous variation simply because we will get a histogram or a normal distribution. Okay. And guys, this looks like a difficult question. Draw one star. Looks like a difficult question. Give one reason why this plant is able to produce different colors, but they're just asking for the factors. Yeah. So I always tell students, always go back to your basic. Yeah. Always go back to what you have learned, your foundation. Form 5, chapter 12. Next, seorang petani ingin menanam pokok ini yang menghasilkan bunga berwarna ungu di sebidang tanah yang berasid. Okay, plant it in somewhere acidic. Explain the action that can be taken to produce purple flower. As you can see here, purple flower is only produced in between pH 6 to 7. So in order to produce purple flower, very important, he has to add alkaline substance in order to neutralize the acid. or you can say increase the soil pH until it becomes neutral. Yeah. Okay, and for these two, there's nothing difficult. You can just check. Because intelligence is continuous variation. You got study, you become smart. Don't study, you don't score well. While presence of dimple, either you have it or you don't have it. So this is a normal distribution. The other side discrete. Okay, intermediate, no intermediate. Sir, I don't understand intermediate. My teacher just covered recently. Actually, intermediate is very easy. Intermediate means something in between. For example, guys, you can either roll your tongue or you cannot. I was just telling my students the past 1 week. Yeah, no such thing. Monday can, Tuesday cannot, Wednesday can, and Thursday cannot, Friday can, Saturday cannot. Then Sunday or public holiday, half day can, half day cannot. It's either you can or you cannot. There's no intermediate characteristic. Okay. But for intermediate, now some people are very tall, some people are very not tall. Some are in between. So this is considered the intermediate. Okay, guys, question 7. If you're SPM 2025 student, a bit lower chance this year because they asked last year in essay. I think they asked the year before. The year before. And then 2 years before that was mitosis, meiosis. So last year, what was so unique was 2025, 2024, 2024 was the first time in I think 10, 20, 10, 20 years, whereby they asked a proper full question in essay. I haven't seen such elaborate Form 4 Bab 6 cell division question in essay before. Never before. Yeah, when I was a student last time, all along come out structure one, and we could even predict the trend. Come out one time, don't come out two times, come out one time, don't come out two times. Okay, the cell division here is meiosis, obviously, because we can see homologous. In fact, I tell students, you can write meiosis 1 because meiosis 1 is dating. I call meiosis 1 dating. They pair up. Okay, let me change. They pair up. After that, break up, unfortunately. Yeah. Meiosis 1 is get together, dating, and then break up. Mitosis is single, primary school, still very young, never date before. Meiosis 2 is like mitosis, single, but got dating before. So that is why in meiosis 2, right, why I came up with such analogy. If anyone say is copying mine, I came up with it from scratch. This is because if you see something like this, whereby got dating before, okay, had undergone crossing over, means this is meiosis 2 lah. Guys, means this is meiosis 2 lah. Okay, because got dated before meiosis 1. Okay. Next, state 1, chromosomal behavior, homologous pair up to form bivalent. Sir, I never write so complex. I just write two chromosomes pair up to form homologous chromosome. Can, no problem. No problem. If you say two chromosomes form bivalent pun boleh. Okay, this one is a little bit K-but lah, huh? A little bit K-but. Guys, you can check. So stem cells are cells that can divide and differentiate. Okay, stem cells, they can divide and differentiate in order to form, guys, they can divide and differentiate to form specialized cells. Okay, specialized cells we learn in Form 4, Chapter 2. Can be red blood cell, can be sperm cell, can be can be what muscle cell, tissue cell, so on and so forth. So on and so forth. So stem cells are obtained by bone marrow inject into tendon, and they'll divide by mitosis and differentiate to form tendon. Okay? Differentiate to form tendon. Okay. Cigarette smoke has tar. This will cause cells to divide uncontrollably, or this causes cells to undergo uncontrolled mitosis. Also can. Uncontrolled mitosis is also accepted, and this leads to production of cancer cells. Okay, draw one star. Sometimes students, you guys know your points, but you do not know how to pen it out. So draw one star. Okay, number 8, the nitrate levels. Nitrate levels. Complete the graph. So definitely nitrate levels will increase as it moves from W to X to Y to Z. So Z would be higher, guys. Z would definitely be higher. Explain your answer. Now, this question, right? Okay. It's Form 5 Bab 10. Form 5 Bab 10. What's to do with environment? Guys, Z receives the polluted water from all the farms. Okay, eutrophication occurs. It has the least oxygen. It has the least oxygen. It has the most waste. Yeah. So in order to not have too much nitrate, we use fertilizers according to the needs of the plant. Guys, if they need more, put more. If not, then lesser. Okay. And raining season, don't use fertilizer because you leach and move into the river. This is a bit of K-Bud. So guys, notice or not? Normally K-Bud, even in SPM also the same thing. They'll ask K-Bud at the end. At the end. All right, one last question here. Explain the effect of plastic waste. First of all, guys, do you remember the case whereby last time there was a straw stuck in a turtle's nose? I think that really caused a huge awareness amongst even Malaysians. So the thing is, why are plastic waste so damaging? Because they cannot be decomposed. Tidak boleh diuraikan. Yeah. You can say this can kill marine animals, and also it can block sunlight lah. If it's floating, then it can block the sunlight. They accept this. They accept this. Now this is a little bit K-Bud lah. Yeah, but because it's Bud 10, it's not really very purely K-Bud also. Let me think of what else I can uh, come up with for you, because they are asking effect of plastic waste, effect of plastic waste. So you can say that this also food chain, guys, food chain and food web can be negatively affected. Oh, sorry, not so good. Disrupted. Sorry, disrupted. Better word. Better word. Another word that you can use for decompose, guys, please take note, cannot be, or you can say it's not biodegradable. Biodegradable. Okay, means cannot be broken down by bacteria. Okay, guys, we'll stop here for this video. I'll see you in the next one, whereby I'll be discussing the essay questions. All right, cheers.